I mean, I fell down and rolled it, and I wasn't gonna let anything stop me from getting back out there. Obviously, my team needs me, and I wanted to be out there. So whatever it took, I'm just gonna go home tonight, get some treatment, and just be ready for tomorrow.
Next question goes to Gustavo.
Gustavo Tomazelli, WETK 90.3 The Rock. Rennia, congratulations on the win, 33 points. How do you see the resilience of this team that was down on the second and third quarter and then come back strong in the fourth quarter? Do you see this team being resilient and this game show how strong this team is?
Well, thank you first. And secondly, yes, I mean, we could have given up plenty of times out there. I feel like we could have laid down, and Ole Miss had the momentum throughout a large portion of the game. But in the fourth quarter, I just felt like we just came together like we always do. At the end of the day, winning is so important for this team right now. We have something to prove, and we weren't going to go out like that tonight. So I'm just super proud of how we came together. But I knew we would do it anyways.
Next question goes to Maria.
Rennia, this is the first time Tennessee will play on Saturday since 2016. Just how big is it for you guys to get to the semifinals of this tournament?
That's huge for us. It's something we've been talking about all year, but especially here recently, just coming along. This is huge for us, especially me and Cassie, our seniors. Like you said, haven't been into this point since we've been here at this school, and it's something we want to do for ourselves. It's something the team wants to do for us as seniors, and I feel like we're going to get it done.
Next is Chloe.
Chloe Levering, WUTK. Rennia, congratulations on the win. Whenever you get hurt, or, we saw potentially Ray being hurt there for a minute, do you feel like you can really just rely on your team? And do you feel like they have a good mindset to kind of kick in, especially when their team needs it?
Well, thanks first, Chloe. And second off, I do. I feel like we have other players that are able to step up. Obviously, I went down and Jordan hit a crazy half court shot I didn't even know about. But there's just the type of players we have. They're ready for the moment, and they're willing to step up when one of us goes down. And when Ray went down, I feel like we had players that were ready to come in and do the same.
Next is Kelly.
Hey, Rennia, Kellyanne with WATE again. Congratulations on the big win. But kind of piggybacking off of Gustavo's question, being able to come back like that and win the way you guys did, how does that help you moving forward, especially against South Carolina tomorrow?
Thank you, Kelly. We're just gonna carry that momentum that we had. I feel like the fourth quarter is when we started really getting momentum. Like I said, I thought Ole Miss had momentum for a majority of the game. Obviously, we weren't far out of it, but I just thought in the fourth quarter we dig a little bit deeper, and we're going to carry that momentum over to tomorrow.
Next is Ben.
Ben McKee, Rocky Top Insider. Rennia, Kelly talked earlier in the week about how important a good week of practice was going to be for this weekend. How would you assess how practice was this week and the preparation leading into the tournament?
I thought our practice has been pretty good. I thought that we were focused. I thought that, we knew that we were coming to this tournament, and we knew we would have 3 hard games. So we knew that we had to replicate that in practice. We knew we couldn't go light in practice because we would step out in the games and just be completely shook. So I thought that everybody was in practice. I thought we were all focused on whatever the coaches threw at us, whatever was going on. And I'm just super proud of us because I feel like it translated over today.
We'll go back to Jordan.
Rennia, as you look ahead, obviously a rematch with South Carolina. That first game in Knoxville was one for the books. I guess as you kind of just recall that game, what stood out to you the most about the way that they played it, and what do you really kind of expect going into tomorrow's game?
Well, I expect, South Carolina to come out and play hard. South Carolina's a good team, but so are we. So we're just gonna play our game. We're not really focused on, whatever they throw at us. We just gonna have to handle it. It just kind of is what it is. We're just going to continue to play our game.
Next is Kelly.
Rennia, what was Kelly Harper's message to you guys at the half?
That we were fine. I thought that we did a good job at encouraging each other too. We knew what we weren't doing right, and we wanted to go out in the second half and execute the things that we were not doing right. And the biggest thing for us in the first half is just that we didn't feel like we were playing as together as we could have been. Obviously, we had some mental lapses, and we still had some mental lapses in the second half. But despite the mental lapses, I feel like in the second half, I feel like we were more together. I feel like we were more encouraging and more, communicative with each other. So that definitely helped us get over the hump in the second half.
Next is Jake.
Rennia, Jake Nichols with Sports Illustrated. Going back to that South Carolina matchup, obviously you guys had a big win over them last time, but whenever it comes to tournament time, how different is that approach this time around, having played them before and just knowing that it is win or go home?
It's the same approach. The first time we played them, we were the first team in the conference to beat them, and that meant a lot for us. I think they hadn't lost a conference game in a couple of years prior to us beating them. So that meant a lot for us. It showed us, we can play with the best teams in the country, and we want to show that again tomorrow. That the game that we beat them in Knoxville, it wasn't a fluke. We are a good team, and we can play with the best team. So we just want to come out tomorrow and prove that.
We have a follow-up from Gustavo.
And Rennia, take me back to the two, I think, really clutch shots. You had one clutch shot in the end of the second quarter, and Jordan Horson had a really clutch shot in the first quarter. How does this make a difference for the team? Because without those two shots, you guys would have not win the game. So I guess those clutch shots, make a difference in the end.
Yeah, that's a good point, Gustavo. We definitely would not have won the game without those two shots. But it just goes to show, like I said, I went down first quarter and Jordan stepped up and hit that shot. I felt like the momentum was shifting toward Ole Miss's way, and I was able to step up and hit that shot. And I just thought we got some momentum from that shot going into the second half. It just shows a lot. Anybody at any point on this team, I feel like, can step up and hit a big shot. I thought Jordan Walker hit some big shots. I thought Ray had hit some big shots. Cassie had some big boards and some big put-ins and layups. And everybody, like I said, everybody stepped up tonight. And I'm just super proud of us.
We have time for one more. Let's go to Will.
Yeah, Will Backus, Knox News Sentinel. Rennia, you mentioned people making big plays, but both of your posts, Tamari Key and Cassie Kushkito, got in foul trouble at the end. I think they had 4 fouls to the third quarter. I guess, how proud are you that they handled that well through the fourth quarter, especially Cassie, who scored, 5 points down the stretch?
Yeah, super, super proud. I remember when Cassie picked up her forward, she didn't want to come out the game. She was ready. She was locked in, and she, like I said, this is our last go round at the conference tournament. She wanted to be in that game, and she stepped up and she was able to play with her 4 fouls and finish the game with 4 fouls. So I'm just super proud of her. Obviously, TK ended the game on the bench, but just her encouragement from the bench and just continuing to talk to her teammates, that was super huge for us as well.
Okay, thank you, Rennia.
Thanks, man.